Destiny called me from you, but I hold you in the folds of my soul. I carry you wherever I go. In my southern seasoned dialect, slow cooked in rhythm and struggle. Yeah, you sound like, girl, you look just like your mama. Yeah, that's Robert's youngest daughter. Well, I'm your first cousin. Beyond brick and mortar, wherever daughter, sister, son, brother, aunt, uncle, and father are, you're there. You are the fragrant scent of my mother's prayers and my grandmother's lament. You are a dim reflection of heaven. You are kitchen conversations and dining room tables turned sacred where the stories are told. Like that of griots, the history they hold. You are cold drinks on front porches and backyard barbecues, milk crates as stools, swatting mosquitoes, orchestras of insects playing live at dusk, candy ladies and freeze cups. You feel like freedom, unfiltered yet flawed. You feel like safe haven from a world that's harsh. You feel like the magic of my brown babies. You feel like the sweetest kiss. You feel like black, unapologetic. You feel like God, love, unconditionally. You feel like me. Kindred spirits, displaced, yet connected. I hold you in the folds of my soul, carrying you wherever I go. You are life. You are home.
Okay. Favorite black family on TV. And go.
The Johnsons.
The who?
Blackish.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good show. I mean, they hadn't been on TV long enough for us to know them by their last name. Like
it's a good
that.
show, though. It's
but
fire.
But it's a
I
good
love
show.
the show.
I mean, it's not like the Evans family. Dynamite.
Come on now.
Good time.
Good time. Good time. You need a friend. Good time. Good time.
Not getting hassled, not getting hustled.
Keeping your head under water. Making a way when you can. Temporary layoff. Good time. Easy playing the river. Good time. Scratching and surviving. Good time.
Hanging in a chair.
Good time. Ain't we lucky we got her? Come on, Dana, what is it? Good time.
You see my lip move? You see my? That's how you know you really singing. You see my lip move?
Yeah,
that's how you know you really. Baby, you know what family I'm about to say.
Oh,
what family I'm about to say. You know what family I'm about to say.
I already know.
And you know the scene I'm about to talk about. What family I'm talking about? What family?
I said the Huxtables. I said you already know.
The Cosby Show.
The
That's
scene.
a beautiful scene. You gotta check out this scene.
Okay, now here we go.
Y'all, I ain't never seen that episode. Oh, I got one. It's the one from Jesse. But no, that is not a black family. What's wrong with them? It's got a black girl in the family.
A black son. I'm sorry. It's not a black family.
I see black people on TV, but not black families though.
I guess it's right. I mean, see a black girl, but don't see a black
big
family.
bro. Ain't no cap in big bro rap. Nah, but for real though, I know the long running narrative, the media is that the black family is always struggling. Whether it be baby mamas or fathers not being in the crib, we always played with something.
Yeah, like for real, like you rarely see us like strong and thriving. It's always type of like dysfunction. Like we never together. It's crazy.
But that's why the Cosby Show was a big deal. That's why we needed that. You saw a father and a mother in the household married together. He was a doctor. She was a lawyer. They're taking care of the kids, taking care of their family. That gave us something to aspire to. It allowed us to see black families on TV that were thriving and doing well. That made it a big deal.
It did. And look, I wanted to be Rudy. Like every Thursday, I was rushing home from school, excited to put my little outfit together because I wanted to be Rudy.
You talking about Rudy? I'm talking about Denise. I mean,
What?
My bad.
Oh, okay, friend. You got a little too excited on that one. You better bring it down. Okay, right out there with ghosts. You feel me? But no, seriously, it's so important that we like shut down these trash depictions and just these narratives that kind of follow black families. And honestly, it's intentional. It is intentional. It is by design. It is an intentional overrepresentation of black families in the media being broken and more prone to criminality and unstable. And it's just unfounded. And truthfully, it's literally costing us our lives. I mean, we've seen what happened to young black boys and black men. We've seen it over and over and over again. And that's really the danger behind it. When we have these types of tropes and narratives that follow our families, it causes people to respond to black men and women a certain way. So we've got to, even in our own communities, we've got to change the way we speak about the black family and about one another. I mean, yeah, I'm not disparaging what slavery has done, the injustices, the inequalities, and all of those things. Yes, it's true. It's caused poverty. It's caused some things, some detrimental, challenging things within our community. But that is not our full story. That's not the whole narrative.
No.
Yeah, like for real. Like we build strong families. We raise healthy children.
Yep.
We have wonderful friendships. We got love too. Y'all better believe it.
And babe, I got love for you.
Okay.
Not Denise.
What I thought you said, that part.
We got love, love, love. You better believe it. We got love, love, love. You better believe it.
In the carriage, yeah. I got black love and marriage, yeah. They gon' say you can't have it, but I'm like, don't kill the messenger. We gon' break the stigma up. Huxtables turn to Obamas. It ain't about where you been, where you from, what you got. It's all about love. Self-love is the best love. When you gon' take that wristband off, that petite party bent over. Don't need makeup to dress you up. I gave birth on the bathroom floor. Just me, Iman, and headphone calls. Don't let this life defeat you. I hope this message reach you. Throw your hands up. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is. Throw your hands up. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is.
Love, love, love. You better believe it. We got love, love, love. You better believe it.
I live in abundance. Love is the new money. I'm mentally wealthy, spiritually conscious. I'm fresh out of Onyx. I'm ballin' and ballin'. I play with the hundreds. Love is the new money. That's my frequency. Spark up, burn the sage. Clear the room, kill the hate. Love is the new wave. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is. Catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is.
We are the books written and read to our children's children. From generation to generation, they will speak of us. They'll say our names and call us glorious. They'll call us magic. They'll say we lived with passion. We were not confined by constraints. We were always free. We breathed. We sing. We were beings, giving life fully and loving recklessly. We got love.
Man, I still can't believe you hadn't seen this episode. Wow, Lyric. We have failed as parents.
Yeah, and I'm saying, wow, for us, man, we have blown it.
Chill, y'all. Tonight, it ain't all that.
It
is all of that. Listen, it's on us to give you these gems because what we give you help to shape how you see the world, how you live in this skin. All of that happens in family.
Absolutely. I would venture to say that the Black family is the center of Black life. It shapes the entire culture. I mean, for real. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where y'all coming from on that. I also do believe the Black family to be the main foundation for us, whether it be our ideals from traditions and values.
That part.
It shapes who we are. I know for certain what I learned within this household will and still shapes me.
Come on, preach it.
All right, run it back one time from the top.
These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world, I'm a small fry. These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world, I'm a small fry. On my birthdays, I feel sick, and that's the way that my life goes. Getting older, it can take a toll, so I sit back and things unfold. What's next for me? How should I know? Is my future insured like Geico? I feel vacant, like a pothole, but things to do, yeah, I got those. In high school, people are fake. Gotta watch out in the grass for the stakes. Most days I'm questioning to graduate, but then if I don't, then I won't have a place to stay. Think I should move to the Bay, but homie don't work, so I can't buy a place. I think about rapping, but that wouldn't happen. I just want a job that's gonna be worth the pay. Tell me if you can relate. I'm eager to ball, but I'm willing to wait. I'm craving success, but I don't want to chase. I could be on time, but I always come late. Catch an opportunity like a Pokemon, but I seem to fall, so I get them gone. But I want them back like a love song. Always thinking I'm right, but I'm dead wrong. My parents say they want to talk. If I did, I'd be talking a lot. In reality, I'm getting older, but I'm still a kid, so I'm fresh off the lot. Don't want my parents to look at me different. They seeing my greatness, I'm Jordan, they pimping. I can't be goated, the family don't notice, but being a rapper, I'm more of a poet. These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world I'm a small fry. These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world I'm a small fry. These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world I'm a small fry. These days I can't sit around. Homestead, just another town. I'm a big brother to a little guy, but to this world I'm a small fry.
My mom once told me it's not the name on the clothes that make you look nice, but how you wear them. Because after all, man makes the brand. Like, what is Gucci without a Gucci man? And on Thanksgiving Day, my dad told me, don't pray to impress the people in the room. Being loud don't make you right, like being quiet don't mean you humble. You see, my grandma told me if them boys mess with me, I better fight or else I'ma fight her. What she really meant is, this world is hard and it's gonna be a time where you gonna have to walk alone, and you better have a backbone made of stone and believe in what I taught you and don't waver. You see, everything I learned about black life, I learned from here. From family. Everything from faith to humanity, family. The first university for natural hair, from cornrows, afros, and hot combs to kid and play, high top fades, head wraps, box braids to bantu knots and dreadlocks. What we learned true beauty is to embrace God-given traits, from full lips to big booties and wide hips, dark chocolate to caramel drip. We gawk and gulp at the sea of brown. Bedrooms became dance classes where we learned to move forward while walking backwards like Michael Jackson. Living rooms turned into stages where we grooved to vinyl crackles and learned to shout like James Brown, I'm black and I'm proud and mean it. Family. This is the place where my identity is shaped. Where else can I learn about me and my history that doesn't begin with slavery? You see, TV can't tell you who you are. It can barely show you a person you can identify with. The writers still think that blacks are a monolith, so instead, I developed my views and took my cues from family reunions that displayed my family's tree. Where else would I learn about me than the people that know me and love me best? How can I learn the whole of who I am from policies that police my greatness and police that proclaim their hatred, from systems designed to dumb down my significance and institutions that benefit from my lack and ignorance? Surely not from the establishments that didn't consider me or were made to destroy me when they were established. You see, the school board don't teach you how to code switch in the boardroom, and ain't no manual at the DMV on what to do to survive a traffic stop. The only place to learn that is at the crib. Where else will I learn the importance of Media Man and Black Panther and Huey Newton and Fred Hampton of the Black Panthers, all heroes? Papa and Nana ain't having it. Holidays and family functions became time machines where we got real life lessons. The matriarch of the family acting as a modern day griot, dropping gems that you can't get from no one else but them. Their minds like memoirs, recording periods and events as their words become verbal manuscripts on what was, so that my family can determine what will be. How else would I know about green books to navigate across the nation, from hotels and restaurants to gas stations, and recipes that were never written down but still found a way to the table? Juke joints under moonlight and moonshine, while celebrating and gyrating along the chitlin circuit created by us, enjoyed by us. I am the sum of history, culture, and values defined by us, created for us, and my family identity speaks for us. Kuji Chagalia. Mungu akubariki. Mungu akubariki.
I don't care what nobody say. Black families are so unique and diverse. We share so many of the same ideals, but like we different too.
Yeah.
Black families are made up in a lot of different ways too. I mean, one of my friends lived with his grandma and his cousin while his mom works in another state. I mean,
Which friend is that?
Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like some of us don't even share the same like bloodline. Like it can be like close friends or like friends from church, or like your day ones. Like we just different.
Day one. And what has happened is, like, fields of study, what they typically do is try to portray the ideal family as being like your traditional white married family, and then anything that's outside of that is considered to be like less desirable or inferior, and that's just not how it works. I mean, Black families, we're rich, we're expansive, we don't look like what we typically see in your traditional white family, and we're made up of all different parts.
Yeah. I mean, Black families are constructed of this kind of beautiful, painful struggle and different types of people, but it all meshes in together. It's like one big tapestry.
Okay, come on, tapestry, ACT on.
Big word.
Hilarious, continuous, brave, divine,
powerful, beautiful, marvelous.
Black families are amazing and courageous. We're brilliant, bold, and we're full of love, life, and joy. Yeah, we fight. We're not perfect, but we're worth it.
The weaver's skillful hand divinely weaves every strand. Love and strength are the threads that hold us together. Each fiber forms our unique narratives. Colors, vivid and varied, collide into picture. It's this steady flow of weft over warp and compression through tension. It's this pull, this resistance that makes us resilient. It makes us magical. It makes us splendid. Every piece connected and blended, intricately interwoven with love, leaving lines of legacy layered on the looms of life. We are tapestry. From the diaspora and migrations that spread our members across many nations, continents, and states, from the restructuring of our lineage to include all matter of dialects, languages, hues, tints, and shades, from the parts and wholes of a people who adapted and overcame. From grandmamas and papas, from biological and step-parents to in-laws, to real aunts and uncles, to exes and boo-things that never got rings but still considered kindred, so we graft them in. From fictive kin to blood relative, to the close friend that became a play cousin, to the never weds or the married with or without kids, the single mom and single dad. From every branch of every tree, we are family. To the neighborhood elders that nurtured the entire village, to our communities that raise one another's children, to the guardians who ensure the streets don't get them, to the day ones, the sorors, the fraternities, to the teens that become siblings and coaches that become mothers and fathers on the courts and the fields where these ties are bonded, to the houses of worship where we find solace along with fellow parishioners that become our sisters and brothers, to the history that made us co-laborers in the struggle, to the truth that blood ain't always thicker than water, our cords are not easily broken. We are diversity. Black family, a kaleidoscope of ancestry, filled with the nuances of hardship, sovereignty, and beauty. Black family, each one custom made, no two are the same, they're framed distinctively different. Black family, variant souls finding home in our shared experiences. Black family, how you thrive, how you survive when the lesser people would have died. How you redefined the standard and allowed us to be lifted up, prismatic and imperfect. How you rebuilt dense and diverse as Granny's holiday spreads and learned to let the darkness and the light both come in. Black family, we are tapestry.
Man, I can't believe I missed this. I cannot believe I missed this part. But we didn't say nothing about the Banks family.
Ooh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Exactly. We can't miss Will and Phil and both Unveils.
Both.
Black
The
Unveil.
black one and light skin one.
You know you gotta have
Who is
first
Jeff?
Unveil.
Who is Jeff?
Who is Jeff?
Who is Jeff? Or
Jeffrey.
Oh, maybe you were talking about Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, I'm talking about Jazzy Jeff.
You know what?
I'm
You're gonna get 5 from
about-
this family. You're gonna get 5 from this
I'm
family.
talking about
You
what
are
you
gonna
talking
get put
about.
out.
But no, seriously, that family was like a novelty.
They was.
You know, a lot of black people would be like, oh, they bougie. And again, that feeds into this idea that black people can't be wealthy and, you know, have these types of jobs. And I think they kind of took it a little far with the accent and stuff like that. And I think that was sort of kind of an issue with people. But they were a novelty.
But it was clear they were black.
It was clear they were
It was
black.
clear they
It was
were
clear
black. And
yeah.
I don't know if you remember, man, another iconic scene, right? That it was the moment where we was like, man, Will a real actor. You know what I'm saying?
That's when he graduated.
He graduated.
Yeah.
And that scene was huge.
I think everybody
You remember this?
Sorry, Will. No, actually this work out better for me. I mean, you know, the Slimmies come to class this summer dressing close to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay to be angry.
No, I'll be angry, Uncle Phil. I'll be mad. I mean, at least he said goodbye this time. I just hate wasting my money on this stupid gift.
I wish I could do something.
No, Uncle Phil, you don't have to do nothing. I mean, it's not like I'm 5 years old. It's not like I'm gonna be sitting at home asking Mom when Dad's coming home. I mean, who needs him? I got to shoot my first basket without him, right? And I actually got pretty good at it, didn't I, Uncle Phil?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't there for my first date, right? I mean, I learned how to drive. I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him!
I don't need him then, I don't need him now.
Well, no. Listen, Uncle Phil. I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey. We're gonna have a whole bunch of kids, and I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need his help with that, because ain't a damn thing he can never teach me about loving my kid.
Come on, man.
Man, I remember when I was a little kid, I remember it because it was Christmas Eve, and my dad stopped by. We hadn't seen him in a while, and what I noticed right off was the way my mom responded to him. She spoke, but she never really looked at him. But I kind of looked past that because I was so excited that my dad had brought gifts for Christmas. And we hadn't seen him in a while. And so in my mind, I thought, man, maybe this is the start of something new. Maybe possibly I'm going to see my dad more often. He looked so nice in his suit and his dress shoes that I thought, man, maybe he's coming back around. Maybe possibly he's coming back. But that didn't happen. My dad didn't come back. And actually, I didn't see him a whole lot, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. And I guess it wasn't as big of a deal at the time because there were other kids in my neighborhood that didn't have their fathers there. But on the other hand, there were a lot of fathers in my community. I mean, Sammy's dad was there. Ernie's dad was there. Danielle's dad, Mr. Moore. Junior's dad, Mr. Wright. Day-Day's dad. I mean, there were a lot of dads in my community. But I'm not sure that stopped me from believing that dads not being in homes was a black problem. Fast forward maybe 5 years, 6 years later, my mom gets remarried and we move to the suburbs. And I remember befriending a kid that lived behind me, a white kid named Jake. And this was a predominantly white community. But I remember one day at his house hanging out, his dad came over. And it dawned on me that his dad didn't live in the home with him. And I thought, wow. I mean, there are actually white dads that don't live in the home with their kids. And it was interesting that Jake would start to tell me that he didn't see his dad much. That was actually the first time he had seen him in a long time. But to add to that, Jake wouldn't stay in the neighborhood long, that eventually his family would move, his mom and his sister, because his mom couldn't continue to afford to live there. And that was also another shock to me, because in my mind, I thought that only happened to black families. And actually, they would move to a lower income community because that's what his mom could afford. And what it helped me see was like, hey, this isn't just a black issue. I know the world likes to tell us that, but that's not actually the case. Like, we aren't all criminals. We aren't all unstable. We aren't all welfare recipients. And not all of us have absent fathers. Wow, that's crazy. Listen, we have to rewrite the narrative. In 2020, the nation finally began to come to terms with the real and live consequences of anti-Black systems of oppression. The words we choose to use and not use when talking about Black people, communities, and families aren't the sole cause of anti-Black violence and oppression, yet our language invariably reinforces and helps to normalize our biases, which shape and rationalize our individual and collective behavior. Whether we intend to do it or not, our use of language can promote the attitudes that defend racism as an institution and actively prevent the dismantling of racism in our society. Listen, words matter and language shapes culture. When we talk about Black people and their families in ways that dehumanize them, we put them at risk. When we create a separate set of rules for white families and non-white families, we put all people, especially Black people, in danger. So here's some biases or some biased terms that contribute to those realities. These terms originated in histories of biased social sciences, racist dog whistles, and making slavery logical to them. The way we hear these terms and talk about our families can help to restore and bring hope back to our communities and moving towards an anti-racist society. Think about the term absentee father. Why does absentee father only seem to come in one color? Black. This racialized term uniquely targets Black fathers inaccurately and often intentionally, given the idea that they intentionally abandon their children. What about the term of Black family, broken families and broken homes? Listen, Black families aren't broken. They don't need to be fixed. Listen, there are issues in all type of families all over the place, no matter what ethnic makeup you come from. This is what I want you to understand. Listen, in reality, family structure has nothing to do with whether or not a family is broken or harmful to the people in their family. Or think about the term out of wedlock. It would be unthinkable for a journalist today to use the term illegitimate or bastard to refer to a child born to unwed parents. But out of wedlock is no different. It's an antiquated, sexist term to suggest that children born to unwed parents are unviable and not valuable. Listen, that wouldn't go with any privileged or wealthy people, even if all the factors are the same in both situations. Or maybe the term working class families, right? Working class families are usually looked at as being white families. Things are off. And we need to recognize it. And as we recognize it, we have to begin to use different terms when addressing the beauty and the amazingness of the Black family. Listen, it is the staple of our community. And none of us would be where we are as Black people without the Black family. Yes, it doesn't look like it used to look. I know it isn't the same, right? But there are mixed families and diverse families that are just as viable as two-parent homes. So listen, let's be mindful of that as we move forward. Hey, happy Black History Month.
Look. I can't breathe, so please help me, Lord. I know it's extreme, but I've been having these dreams of getting killed by the law. It's ironic, cause your words say you die by the law. And I've been using music to numb feelings like painkillers, though.
but ain't no morphine left. It's just a dope fiend left. It's like it got me so tired, I'm sick and tired of myself. But I ain't safe nowhere, that's why I stay to myself. But I can't pray to myself, I need a God who can. Cause all these problems in my hand, I can't stand. I wanna be Black Panther, but feel like I'm Blank Man. See, when you hear your brother cry, it's enough to break your heart. And it's enough to break you down. To see your mama on that hard, knowing it's hard to put it down. But hold her down, I'm certain we Donnie McClurkin. We all fall down, we feel like Walmart now. Cause we say Black Lives Matter, but the price marked down. Yeah.
A letter to Black lives, 'cause you do more than matter. You are more than 3 words and 6 characters. More than black squares, hashtags, and statuses. More than names said after you're gone. More than mothers' fervent prayers and a nation's scorn. More than headlines and titles of poems. More than a trending topic worth discussing but not worthy enough for reform. More than the diatribe that has become the norm. More than the walls valued over your soul, 'cause you do more. More than matter. Black lives feel. Feel like more than 500 years of struggle. Feel like the strength and nod of ancestors. Feel like the bend in your back, 'cause you strong but you break. Feel like rivers of tears and heartache. Feel like the promises of a new day. Feel like dawn breaking. Feel like change coming, rushing like waves. Black lives sing. Sing songs of sorrow and praise. Sing the choruses of Frankie Beverly and Mays. Sing Just Fine by Mary J. Sing We Gon' Be Alright by Kendrick Lamar. Sing Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. Sing Love and Happiness by Al Green. Black lives sing. Sing loudly. Sing themselves transcendent. Sing Marvin Sapp's Never Woulda Made It. Black lives sing songs of resistance. Black lives look like resilience and genius. Look like the magic of melanin. Look like sun-dripped excellence. Look like smiles, moonlit by solar eclipse. Like drops of galaxy. Black lives look like interplanetary, 'cause you ain't from here. Black lives look like gemstones of sapphire. Look like heat and all of light absorbed, yet the reflection of none still. You radiate. Black lives shine. Shine like stardust in midnight skies. Shine like brilliant minds. Shine like offsprings of the divine. Black lives rise. Rise like phoenix. Rise like they tried to bury you, but God unearthed you as diamond. Black lives dance. Dance like lush green meadows undulating in the wind. Like black swans and seas of rhythm. Like vibrating hands striking djembe skins. Black lives speak. Speak in cadence. Speak a language kin to God. Speak shamelessly loud, calling to heaven. Speak librettos of liberation. Black lives speak. Speak movements. Speak echoes of truth. Speak power. Speak bold even in silence. Black lives endure. Endure like the baobabs of Botswana. Endure like the splendor of seasons. Black lives laugh. Laugh infectiously. Laugh like roars of overcome. Laugh like joy in the morning. Black lives smile. Smile like hardship is a stranger. Smile like the universe is working in your favor. Black lives birth. Birth brown babies. Birth first fruit of nations. Birth sacred temples and kingdoms. Black lives, they love. Love like the depths of oceans. Love like the breadth of mountains. Love strong like cords not easily broken, 'cause you do more
something matters.